Hello, it's jesseaboagye coming to you live and direct, and today I am bringing you my top 5 worst blind buys. Let's get into it. So blind buys are inevitable when you're into fragrances. I mean, you won't have access to all the fragrances in the world. Ideally, the best thing to do is go into the store, spray this fragrance on your skin or get a sample, test it out to see if you really like it. But again, like I said, you won't have access to every fragrance. I mean, you can try and get a decant online ideally, but sometimes you might have to go ahead and take the leap of faith and make a blind buy, and guess what? It doesn't always end well, so let's take a look at it. Coming in at number 5, we have Aramis. Now, this was gonna be number 1 on my list. I've had this for about 2.5 years, and when I first got it and smelled it, I just didn't like it at all and I dismissed it. I think I've worn it like once or twice. This is damn near like 99%. Now, recently when I was looking at my collection, putting together my list of top 5 worst blind buys, and I revisited this and smelled it again, and I kind of get the brilliance of this scent. Now mind you, I hate this because, okay, let me just talk about the scent. This is a masculine leathery scent, so you get a lot of leather and oak moss in this. There are some aldehydes, but yes, this came out in 1966, I believe, and it was considered a classic. It is considered a classic, and back then it was like ahead of its time. Yeah, this is extremely masculine scent, but it is, when I smell this, I think of really old man, like retirement home chic. Now mind you, I'm in my mid-20s, but yeah, this is just way too dated for me. I think Creed's Bois de Portugal is dated, and that is much more, compared to this, that one is like way younger than this one here. So this, I see somebody like, this is retirement home chic, you know, someone in a retirement home trying to be fly, maybe 50 plus to my nose, so not really a fan. But again, when I revisited it and smelled it again, I see the leather in this, and I see the brilliance in Aramis. So yeah, at number 5 we have Aramis. At number 4 we have one from the house of Cartier, and it is Santos de Cartier. Now many refer to this as a masterpiece, and the data online supports this. Like on Fragrantica, sorry, it has a 4.7. It has a 4.7 rating with like 506 volts or something like that. So I mean, the data supports it. If you're doing for a blind buy, it seems to be safe because you look online, it has high ratings. But again, your nose is mostly different from most people, and I found out the hard way. This right here, it is all pepper, man. I smell pepper and with some sandalwood in the back. It's just not my thing, man. I don't like it at all. Smells a bit dated too, so not my thing. It is Cartier's first fragrance ever, first men's fragrances, I believe, and I think it came out in the 80s. So yeah, it's one of those 80s fragrances. They could smell dated, but this right here, yeah, the data didn't prove me right at this point, so I just wasn't into it. So yeah, at number 4 we have Santos de Cartier. At number 3 we have one from Parfumer, and this is Bois Farine. Now this right here is a Jean-Claude Elena creation, and I believe he made, yeah, that's definitely, he made most of Hermes's fragrances, including Terre de Hermes, which I'm a big fan of. So I mean, to me it seemed like a fair gamble. Jean-Claude Elena, he's a master perfumer, so I gave this a chance. I went ahead and made a blind buy, and this right here, it's very like, this confuses me, okay? I know what I'm smelling, but I don't know if I find it intriguing or if I hate it or if I like it, and I'm leaning towards the negative side of this. So this is a very powdery woodsy scent. So you get powdery notes. It's like a powdery sandalwood scent, if that makes sense, to be honest. It's like powdery, somewhat milky to my nose. It confuses the hell out of me. Apparently he came across a certain unique tree on this island he was at, and he tried to model this after that. So yeah, for me it doesn't work. Some people might like it. Again, looked at the data online, there were some great reviews about it, but it didn't rock my socks. So yeah, at number 3 we have Bois Farine by Parfumer. At number 2 we have one from Gucci, and this is Gucci Guilty Intense. Now this right here, you get a lot of amber, lavender, some patchouli, I believe Neroli in there, and yeah, it doesn't do it for me at all. I hate this with a passion, to be honest. It's never grown on me, and I've had this for a couple of years. I think it's at about 95%. I just wore a couple of times, and it just never moved me, to be honest. So yeah, Number 2, we have Gucci Guilty Intense. Coming in at number 1, my worst blind buy ever, we have one from the house of Oscar de la Renta, and this is Gentleman. Now, this is at the top of my list because I paid full retail for this, and I got it at a time where it hadn't come out yet. The Bay, which is a department store in Canada, they had this on their website, and nowhere else in the world had it, and this was a month before it was supposed to come out, so I went ahead and I purchased it. Mind you, this is trash, honestly. Now, it is advertised to have a champagne note. The notes in this, we have chili bergamot, sparkling grapefruit, champagne, cardamom. Yeah, and I definitely get this, I get a bit of the cardamom in there. You definitely have that cooling effect to your nose. I guess that's from the champagne note, but outside of that, this is just pure trash to my nose. Trash, trash, trash. And the worst part about it is, had I waited, I would have got this for like 30 or 40 bucks or something like that, but I paid full retail, which was like, I think a little over $100. So yeah, this is my worst blind buy. We have Gentleman by Oscar de la Renta. Actually, one thing that really got my attention was the bottle. I'm a sucker for a good bottle and nice presentation. This was very interesting. Now, it is made in the shape of, this was made in honor of Oscar de la Renta, who's known as the gentleman of fashion. And in his pastime, he liked to play dominoes. In his spare time, he played dominoes a lot. So this is in the shape of a domino. Gentleman, Oscar de la Renta, gentleman of fashion. You get where this is going. But yes, as far as this goes, this is plastic at the top, and the bottom here is glass. But yeah, very, very cool bottle. But outside of that, honestly, I would have been happier with an empty bottle of this because I would have paid less and I wouldn't have to deal with the juice. But guess what? I kind of have to deal with it. So I'm probably going to put all of these up online for sale, to be honest. I'm thinning out my collection. So yes, that's it for my top 5 worst blind buys ever. My name is jesseaboagye once again. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, share it, subscribe to my channel, show me love. Until next time.